No, it's Hello from Glasgow High School, the host of this 1995 15th District Tournament, boys and girls tournament that is. And after tonight, for the next 3 nights, the STEAM students, fans from Allen County, Scottsville, Glasgow, Barren County, and Edmonson County will be on hand to see who will come out of this district and advance to the second step on the road to the Sweet 16, the 4th regional tournament. For Telescripts Cable Company, I'm Bobby Biggers, along with Scott Chapman and our director and camera operator, Bob Yarborough. Tonight, in the district's second boys game, the Glasgow, the Edmonson County Wildcats and the Barren County High School Trojans will meet. Last night, in the first boys game, we had a little trouble with our audio. Here we go. Last night in the first boys game, the number 1 seed defeated the number 4 seed. The Allen County Scottsville Patriots defeated the number 4 seed Glasgow High School by a score of 83-41. Scott, it was just, they were just outclassed the whole game. They were out-rebounded about 50-13, I think was the stats on that. And their front line is just overpowering because Scotties were trying to work the perimeter. Every time they try to go low, couldn't get it low. And then when Allen County Scottsville came back on offense, they went low with it and just dominated the basketball game from start to finish. So whoever comes out of this one right here, it's going to be interesting because I tell you what, they've got a tandem in underneath there with Tracy at 6'7", and Harwood at 6'5", and Taylor at 6'4". They're awesome. They move good. They score well, and I consider them real quick for big people. And of course, with shooting their low shots, they shot over 50%. But we've got one right here to see who meets those Allen County Scottsville Patriots, as they're rated number 1 in the region, right? Number 2 in the region, behind Greenwood.
Yes, we do. And, of course, this should be a good game, Barren County and Edmonson County. Of course, we know Barren County has struggled the last 3 years in the district tournament first round.
You were on that team last year.
Yes, I was.
I drove all the way over to Edmonson County to see you.
Oh, yeah. Just to see me, huh?
All the way to Brownsville. No, Scott's always been one of my favorite young men, that's for sure. Football, basketball, all sports. He's not only an athlete, he's just a nice young man. He's doing a good job calling the Barren County games down there as we split into 2 groups and work together sometime, but he's always usually, wherever Barren County plays, you'll find Scott Chapman. Okay, Scotty, in their last outing, Barren County High School, let's see, they went over to Clinton County, didn't they?
They sure did.
And they won that one, didn't they? By what score, Scott?
It was 64-43. And Clemens had 22 points that game, and then Adam Gossman had 15 to lead the Trojans.
Okay, the Edmonson County Wildcats, in the meantime, lost to Grayson County 79-63. Now, that was the last 2 outings by both of these basketball teams, right?
That's right.
Okay, Scott, let's just go ahead, and then we'll listen to the PA announcer. Let's just go ahead and give the starting lineups where we've got time and can talk slowly and tell people how they're going to match up tonight. Okay, buddy? I'll start off. I'll tell you what, I'll start off with the visitors, and then you do the Barren County High School. Barren County High School will be the home team tonight. Am I right, Scott?
I think they will be. They're the 2 seed playing the 3 seed.
Yeah, 2 seed wears home colors, and the 3 seed, the lower seed, wears the dark uniform. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, Scott, we're going to be looking at the Wildcats from Edmonson County. Their head coach is Rick Couchins. Darrell Meredith is assistant coach, and Scott Key is an assistant coach. The principal is Mr. David Stice, and the athletic director, Mr. Ed Rich. Incidentally, Scott, do you remember what year the Edmonson County Wildcats won the state tournament?
76.
Hey, buddy, you're right on top of that one. Okay, for the Wildcats, at 1 guard will be number 12, Kyle Cassidy, that is, Kyle Cassidy. Kyle stands 5'10". He is a senior. His running mate at the other guard will be Ryan Alexander. Wears number 33, stands 5'11". In the middle, Matt Richardson. Matt wears number 45. He stands 6'3". He is a junior. At one forward, 6'1" junior Jason Klein, wearing number 55. At the other forward, wearing number 34, John Sanders, 6'2" senior. They are the 3rd seed. Barren County is the 2nd seed. They come into this tournament with a record of 6 wins against 18 losses. Okay, Scott, what have you got over there for the Trojans?
Okay, at guards we'll have John Michael Clemens. He's a 5'10" junior, wearing number 35. At the other guard will be Grant Sturgeon, who is a 5'9" sophomore. At center will be Roger Lawson, a 6'7" senior. At forward will be Adam Gossam. He's a 6'3" junior. And I think they're going to start another guard, which will be Ben Jesse. He'll be a 5'10" senior for the Trojans.
Okay, Scott, we'll be seeing a lot of Martin in there, won't we? Number 5, Chris Martin,
yes,
5'11" sophomore. We'll be seeing who else? Brad Bertram a lot.
Phil Bertram.
Brad. Brother.
Yes,
you played with
brothers.
Brad, didn't
yeah.
you? Philip Bertram, 6'2" sophomore. Brad Duff, I was thinking of. Brad will probably see some playing time, number 12. He's a 6'2" junior. Nate Harris we'll probably see, won't we?
Yes, we will. And probably Chad Franklin, number 3, too.
And Scotty Abel. So the Barren County Trojans, coached by Steve Riley, Lex Lindsay, and Brad Johnson. Steve Riley, the head coach. Superintendent of schools for Barren County is Charlie Campbell. The principal at Barren County High School, Mr. Ed Holbrook. Bobby Steenbergen's athletic director. And they've met twice this year, home and away for Barren County, and both teams. So how'd that come out, Scott?
Barren County won both of them, so they're up on Edmonson County 2-0.
Barren County record 15-8.
16-8.
16-8. Can't believe everything you read in the newspaper, can you, Scott?
That's exactly right.
You're hearing the battle of the bands tonight as across the way the Barren County High School band. Mr. Ed Boss and Robbie Fudge in charge of the Barren County High School band, the Marching Trojans. And to my left, out of my sight, but I'm quite sure you can hear them, they're playing right now, is the Wildcat band from Brownsville, Edmonson County. Scott, we've got about just a few minutes before game time. Let's just run down real quickly what we've got. This last night we mentioned Allen County Scottsville overpowering the Scotties and guaranteed themselves the sure ticket to the 4th regional tournament, as all the districts bring the winner and the runner-up are eligible for the region. But from then on, and of course, this first round sudden death, as you can well attest to.
Exactly.
And after you get by the first round, then whomever tomorrow night and the boys, let's see, Thursday night will be the championship game for the boys, I believe. But whoever wins this ball game will be going to the region, right?
That's exactly right.
Okay, so very, very important game for the Edmonson County and Barren County High School basketball teams. But then we're going to switch to girls action. Before that takes place, the winner of this one against Allen County Scottsville tomorrow night, March the 1st, the girls' night out. It'll be a doubleheader. Edmonson County, seeded number 1, will be playing the 4th seed Glasgow High School Scotties. And that game starts at 6:30. And then the nightcap be approximately at 8 o'clock. Barren County High School, the number 2 seed, will take on the number 3 seed Allen County Scottsville Lady Patriots. So the Trojanettes against the Patriots in the second game tomorrow night. But tonight we got our hands full here at Scotty Gym. Glasgow, the host of the 15th. Last year was Brownsville over at Brownsville is Edmonson County, and they put on a good tournament over there, Scotty, the Caveland Classic. And I always enjoy going over there. And Mr. Ed Rich is one whale of athletic director over there. You just feel welcome every time you go over there with those people. nice coaching staff, and it just sort of feels like home over there. I got a lot of friends over around Brownsville.
You got friends everywhere, Bobby.
Is that a slur? Because as old as I am, in other words, I do.
That was a compliment.
Well, thank you, sir. Bless your heart. Okay, tell me what's going to happen tonight, my friend. You've seen this. I've seen Edmonson County play. You and I didn't do the one down Barren. We did. Did we do the one down Barren County?
I think so. I think we did.
Before we split into two television teams covering all the local sports, trying to. We've done. We're doing up in the LaRue County tonight. We have a camera up there for telescripts as we're going to be doing Caverna's basketball game up there, and they're meeting LaRue tonight, which LaRue is rated very highly in the state. And best of luck to the Colonels. Yeah, LaRue is rated 19th in the state off Kentucky, so the Colonels have their handful up there. Scotty, you're going to get rid of that jacket there, buddy.
Well, I feel fine right now.
Scott's an amazing young man. I'm going to tell some more stories on you.
Don't be telling too many now.
During football season, Scott and I worked football games together, and he wore a T-shirt just about the whole year. And now basketball season comes on. He's got a handsome leather jacket, and we're inside. So there's bound to be a reason for that. You got goosebumps all over you, I bet you, because you just start.
It's a lot colder inside
when the Trojans start playing, don't you? So we're going to tune in for the starting lineups. Probably first we'll have the national anthem. We'll just wait and see, and we'll pick up the public address system. That's Marty Meacham.
We have a pretty good crowd here tonight.
Big crowd, Scott.
From
both sides. Well represented.
And of course, since we're in the district, they announce all the players on the team.
Yep. As Scott pointed out right before, we couldn't pick him up because we switched microphones. As the custom in the district tournament, they introduced the whole players, the whole bench, introduced first, and then the starters. And very appropriately so, Scott, because they are such a vital part of the basketball team. Just because they don't start, they don't mean that they're not just as much as anybody out there, and most of them will see action anyway. So here we go. Roger Lawson's going to be standing in against Matt. No, I thought Matt Richards was going to jump, but it's going to be John Sanders for the Wildcats. Big Roger Lawson. There, that's Mr. Perkins out there, the referee. Ball slapped and finally taken by Adam Gossam. Leaves it with Clemens. John got his head up. He's looking into a man defense. As Sturgeon handles, leaves it with Gossam, breaking down the lane, up and in. Yes, Ben Jesse.
Nice cut by Ben Jesse.
Yes.
Off the screen, and then nice feed for the 2 points.
Good things happen when you swish that ball around, don't they, Scott?
That's right. They was patient, which Barren County needs to be.
Klein, we got a whistle. We have traveling called against the Wildcats to be Barren County's basketball to bring the length of the floor as Adam Gossam will stand out. Inbounds to Clemens.
It's very important for Barren County to come out and do something offensively.
Lob in to Gossam. Gossam has it blocked and ball loose. Still scramble for it. Finally claimed by Sanders as he leaves it with Cassidy. Barren in man-to-man. Final cross court to Sanders. As they work the perimeter, trying the lane, cut off by Clemens. Holding it up, looking inside Cassidy, gets it to the wing, back to Cassidy. Cassidy can't do anything against Jesse. Jesse comes out with him. Bounce pass over to Sanders. Sanders, little bounce pass in low to Richardson. Kicks back out to Sanderson. Now he stops. He fires. Shot up, no good. Uncontested rebound. A big one pulled away by Adam Gossam. Clemens in a hurry. Takes the lane. Dumps off the last minute to Roger Lawson. Roger not there. And out of bounds off of Barren County. 2-0. Barren County with the lead. Edmonson County with the basketball. We've played just nearly 2 minutes in this first quarter. Cassidy handles, looking, and the Richardson, and kicks it off to a cutting baseline move by John Sanders. It was a good move by Edmonson County, Scott.
That's right, Barren County was over-aggressive.
Adam Gossam. I was looking to what Adam work off a screen. He was wide open.
That's right, a back screen actually, and then they threw the lob to Adam for the easy two points.
Alexander still on his dribble, picks it up. He's double teamed, gets it out quickly to Sanders. Over to Cassidy. Cassidy's going to take a triple. Nope, not there, and a whistle. Let's see what it is. Too much time?
It hit the wire up top. So.
Oh, hit the support wire. Okay. 4-2. Barren County with the lead. They have the basketball in the hands of Gossam. Goes to Clemens. Clemens going to be challenged out there by Cassidy. Giving him plenty of room, though. Over to Clemens. John. Over to Jesse. Ben left open. Fires it. Got it. Can't leave Ben Jesse. He had enough time to eat a sandwich out there, Scott. 7-2. Barren County. As Cassidy comes across. Picked up by Jesse. Jesse comes out, challenges to go all the way across to Sanders. Sanders fires over Sturgeon. Not there. Rebounded by Ben Jesse. Sturgeon lob again to Gossam, open, puts it up and in. Sturgeon to Gossam, and I think Coach Rich Ouchins is not too terribly happy.
And that's twice actually that Adam Gossam has
Same
wide
play.
open on the back pick.
If you saw the first one, you saw the second one, didn't you?
That's right. Of course, Coach Hudson is probably a little upset. Maybe it was an illegal screen or something, but he wasn't too happy.
Well, I was just watching Sturgeon deliver that pass to Gossam. And I didn't see the brush, the screen.
It really didn't look like a screen on the second one. It looks like just a miss assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody picking up their man, and then Adam was wide open underneath.
Well, he was sort of looking at the referee. He had a furrowed brow. Brow, B-R-O-W, Bob.
Did you see her go up? She went almost to the ceiling.
It'll be the Wildcats basketball as can the hands of Cassidy. Barren County in a half-court defense. Jesse screen momentarily breaking Cassidy loose. Cassidy's shot was short. Roger Lawson with a rebound, gets it to Sturgeon to Clemens. Clemens stops, pops, it's high, comes off. Rebounded by Richardson for wide open. Yes, from the left side. Jason Klein kisses it off the glass. 9-4. Barren with the lead and the basketball all the way across court to Sturgeon. Grant can't move against Sanders. He leaves it with Jesse. Jesse takes a shot. Nope, no good. Clemens with the rebound. Turn around, puts it up and in, one-hander. 11-4 the lead. Enjoyed by the Trojans. 3:41. We are in the first period. As we have fans standing in front of us trying to search for a seat in this crowded gymnasium. Up a little one-hander. Put up and in by Ryan Alexander. 11-6. Across to Jesse. Jesse pulls the trigger. Nope, no good. And Big Adam Gossam skies for the rebound and looked like he was clipped.
Looks like
feet cut out under him.
Looks like
legs cut out under him.
Looks like Jason Klein's gonna pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team's first.
Unintentional foul, of course, but it's all the going for the rebound. Lob into Gossam. Gossam moves, shovels it off at the last second, and he's going to be called for traveling.
Good thought, though.
Yeah, very
good thought.
very heads up thought. Very much so. Clock moving with 3:11. As Cassidy in no hurry. He looks dumped off down low. The pass by Klein and taking it the other way, John Clemens, and going to get a charge. So we'll wipe that one off as John Clemens takes the paint and going to be called for charging.
I don't think that's a very good call at all. It looks like the guy just kind of went up under him as he was in the air, kind of still moving.
11-6. Firing it. Write it down for Ryan Alexander. A three-pointer from the corner.
Looks like Edmonson County's in a half-court trap.
11-9. Fired it into Gossam. Gossam puts his dribble down. It looked like he was hit on the arm, but coming out of the pack, still on his dribble, is Alexander. At least it was Cassidy. We got some avid fans over here.
That's
right
exactly right.
They were standing up. One of them looked up and saw the big eye of the camera right on her head and sat down quickly. Richardson had it, and he kicks it out to the wing, rims around, used off into the hands of Clemens. 11-9. Grant Sturgeon. Shot no good. Gossam goes up, gets a rebound, put back up and in.
Looks like that was Roger Lawson.
Roger Lawson, my bad.
That was good for Barren County, too, to get an offensive rebound right there and then be able to put it back up and get a foul.
I don't want to insult either one of those young men, but the back of their heads look just about alike. I think Roger is just a little bit shorter, maybe about 1/8 of an inch shorter. So Roger Lawson will be going to the free throw stripe, as he will have trying to add 3 points here. No good. Gossam almost had it. Clemens tries to save. He does so, but back in the hands of Sanders. Cassidy in a hurry. Over to the side, about a 12-footer, shot up, no good. Gossam with a rebound. To Martin, drive in, right it down for Ben Jesse. Whoa! Another charge?
Another charge.
There were some rabid fans jumped up right in front of him. So two aggressive drives by the Trojans. Being wiped clean. Oh, nice move down inside by Klein. Jason Klein, 6'1" junior. Took the baseline, good move.
2-3 zone by Edmonson County.
All right, Scott. Chris Martin in for Barren County, number 5. On the dribble, picks his dribble up, gets it quickly to Jesse. Jesse stops, fires, about 8. Nope, not there. Rebounded Clemens, put back up off the glass, good. John Clemens, a good follow.
Barren County doing a good job on the offensive boards in this first quarter.
Yes. Clock has dipped under 1 minute. 15-11. A long shot, yes, and good from the corner by Ryan Alexander. A 3-pointer for Ryan. 15-14. Trojans by 1. Clock showing 35 seconds. Ben Jesse wanted to go to Gossam, and it's stolen by the Wildcats, as they will surely thinking about going for the last shot. Clock moving rapidly with showing 20 seconds. 15-9. Cassidy. Out to Sanders. Sanders being funded by Martin. John Sanders on the dribble, picks it up, gives it to the rifle. Alexander shot no good that time, and well, the foul underneath.
Looks like that's coming Roger Lawson.
Scotties have led the whole way, and
make it the Trojans.
I mean, excuse me. I just did the Scotty game last night, didn't I?
That's right.
The Trojans have led since the opening tap. Edmonson County can either make it a new game right here, tied up, or they can take a 1-point lead, as the 2 free throws are going to be awarded to Jason Klein. His first toss is in. 2 seconds shown on the clock. All that's left of this first period. Jason Klein, the junior, rims around, comes out into the hands of Gossam, and they'll never get it off. So we have a tie basketball game here after the first 8 minutes, as Barren County had the lead, and the Wildcats kept clawing back.
They sure
bit
did.
by bit, and have tied it up after 8 minutes. So how does it look over there on your book there, Scott?
Well, okay, for Edmonson County in that first quarter, Ryan Alexander had 8 points. He had 2 threes. Jason Klein had 5 points, and John Sanders had 2 points for Edmonson County's 15. For the Barren County Trojans, Clemens had 4, Ben Jesse had 5, Roger Lawson 2, Adam Gossam had 4 for Barren County's 15 points.
Okay, Scott, any free throws? How did they go?
Well, Barren County was 0 for 1, and, of course, Edmonson County was 1 for 2. So
Okay, anybody in any serious foul trouble? I think there's 3 team fouls against Barren County and 2 team fouls against Edmonson County.
That's right.
Am I correct there?
That's right. Each person who has committed a foul just has 1, so nobody in foul trouble as of yet.
All right, well, getting ready to open the second quarter. As, let's see, somebody's in for Jeremy Sailing. And the program he's listed as 14. Takes a shot, kicks hard off the heel of the rim into the hands of Gossam. Quickly leaves it with Martin. Gossam out high, Lawson low. Martin makes a move, goes up, and a nice little leaning one-hand jump shot by Chris Martin. Puts his team up by 2. Chris Elmore handling the basketball. Over in the corner to Alexander. Alexander getting bounced around a little bit. Gets it back to Sailing. Sailing fires. No good. Chased down, rebounded Edmonson County. Bounce pass in under, and we have a whistle.
Looks like Roger Lawson will pick up his second foul.
As Tyree went up. 43, Tyree. Last time I saw the Glasgow Edmonson County game over here, and Tyree was injured in that ball game. He didn't play any.
And for the Trojans, Scotty Edward enters the game, replacing Roger Lawson.
Okay, looking to inbound it. Stolen, Clemens dumps at the last second. Martin with a little jumper. Good assist, 2 points.
Nice pass. Made the defense come to him, and then Martin was wide open on the backside.
19-15. 4 unanswered points by the Trojans. If they've taken the lead, not for long. As Klein goes to work, puts his team within 2. 19-17. Martin shot short. Rebounded by Klein. Chris Elmore being challenged by Martin. Comes over here to Alexander. In low, Klein. Klein's gone to war. Jason Klein, the 6'1 junior. Tied up at 19. Number 33 for Barren County, Scotty Admiral. Handling the ball now. He's going to fire it. Got it! Scotty Admiral. He's a sophomore.
And Edmonson County didn't even try to defend that shot. So it looks like they wanted him to take it.
Didn't respect old Scotty too much, did they?
Not much at all.
22-19. Sailing with it. Handling now, firing low is Klein as he rifled it down. I believe he was looking for Tyree down low.
Looks like Edmonson County brings back their starting 5.
You see they have a 53 in there. Is long shot taken by Cassidy. Chased down in the corner. Edmonson keeps it alive. Cassidy goes around Clemens, stops, fires at a little one-hander. Good. Nice move, Kyle Cassidy. 22-21, Barren by 1. We are in the second period. Played just approximately 3 minutes in the second. John Clemens pulled a trigger, yes. It's going to be a deuce, I believe.
It is. Looks like probably about 16, 17-foot jump shot.
Yeah, I can't see that part of the arc out there as people over here are standing up on this side. We're on the Edmonson County side, incidentally. Barren County is across the way. Nice little bounce pass in under, and waiting in the lane too long for the pass was Matt Richardson. That was another good idea. Cassidy had it down low, and he felt Richardson behind him, wanted to get it to him, but he The defense held him out. Caught Richardson for 3 seconds.
That's exactly right.
Adwell again, going to be short on this one. Pulling off the rebound. Lindsay. Keith Lindsay in for the Wildcats. 24-21. 4:30 on the clock.
Looks like Barren County's in a 3-2 zone.
All right. In the hands of Sanders. Sanders tries to get it in, scooping it up, putting it up off the glass. No good. Pulled down by Gossam on the missed shot by Richardson. Clemens wants the baseline. Takes the baseline off the glass. John Clemens. Super move down on the baseline, Scott.
Nice hesitation around the three-point line and then exploding baseline for the easy 2 points.
Very well said. I like it, especially when you said exploded on the baseline. He did just that. Whoa! Kyle Cassidy.
He's about 25 feet out, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Kyle Cassidy, 26-24. Barren County all the way across to Adwell. Scotty gets it back out to Martin. Martin dumps off. Good assist. Good move. Adam Gossam. Up with that left hand, puts it down. 28-24 by 4, Barren County.
Barren County did a good job out there penetrating and then getting the defense to collapse, and then nice pass to Adam Gossam for the easy layup.
Shot up, no good. And over the back was, I do believe, Lindsay, Keith Lindsay.
Yep.
Keith's going to be replaced by Ryan Alexander. Ryan comes back in. Number 33. Martin stops, fires. They didn't pick him up quickly. Hits the lip of the rim, comes off. Rebound claimed by Ryan Alexander. Uncontested, just standing there and waited for the long rebound. Down low, turnaround jumper, up and in by Ryan Alexander. 28-26 by 2, Barren with the lead and the basketball. Grant Sturgeon. Martin looking into a man-to-man.
Looks to be like a boxing one, I guess.
Boxing one, that's what it is.
Or boxing two, excuse me. It looks like Sturgeon and Clemens are each being guarded.
And then everybody else got their own little territory that they marked down for their up. Rebound by Scotty Atwell, and thought it was blocked. Let's see there. I think they're going to call a personal foul as Mr. Perkins approaches the scorer's bench and holds up 4-5.
4-5. That's Matt Richardson, excuse me. That's his second.
By 2, Barren, 28-26. Clock showing 2 minutes and 6 seconds to remain in this first half.
Now,
as 43 comes in place of Richardson. Tyree back in, relieving Matt Richardson. Scotty Atwell fires the first one. Took a little trip around the rim, wouldn't stay for him. Scotty toes the line, lays down a couple, picks it up, fires the second one, got it. By 3, Barren.
Barren County full court pressure now.
Double team working out of it. Alexander loses the handle on it. Pressure defense.
And maybe Edmonson County really wasn't expecting Barren County to press, and when they do, Barren County causes turnover.
I think Barren County laid it down in the paint there after their basket, and the referee had to go retrieve them. They got set in their trap and their press, don't you?
That's right. And now we have Chad Franklin in the game for the Trojans.
Number 3, Chad Franklin. Bounce pass, Gossam turns, little hook shot with the left hand, no good. Fine. Sweeps it for Edmonson. Lead pass, up and in, gonna stay. Has a sweet move there by Tyree. on the baseline. Clemens going to take the long one. Nope. .118 on the clock, 29-28. Barren leads by 1. Clock moving 1:13. Dump it off low, too hard on the pass delivered by Sanders. I think he was looking for Clemens down low. Barren comes away with it. By 1, Barren. Clock now under 1 minute as Chad Franklin looks low. Picks his dribble up, goes over to Jesse. Jesse back out to the top of the key, and Chad Franklin steps in about 3 steps, picks his dribble up, and goes up with a jumper for 2 points. Alexander on his dribble, takes the baseline, dumps it off to Klein the last second, and 2 points. Mighty nice, but Klein is going to be called for traveling. And erase that too. That was a big basket.
That was kind of a quick call, too.
Yes, it was. That was a big basket for Edmonson County. But it's not going to count.
Instead of trailing by 1, they still trail by 3 with 35 seconds to go in this first half.
20-31. Trojans with the lead. Have the basketball. Clock moving down. 26 seconds. Clemens goes to Sturgeon. Martin. Clock showing 18. Sturgeon way out high, and there's the double rings back there as he's finally challenged and stolen by Clemens. John Clemens with the steal. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Timeout call with 3 seconds by the Wildcats.
Of course, the Trojans turnover right there, but great job by Edmonson County's defense to keep the ball out of Clemens' hands.
Yep. Sanders has some quick hands himself, talking about hands.
That's right.
As he came up with a big steal there and stole the opportunity for Barren County to expand this lead here at halftime. They lead by 3, but the ball on the turnover will go to the Wildcats with 3 seconds on the clock. Wonder how they determine when they use 3 referees and when they'll use 2 referees, Scott. I've seen it, I guess, not half the season with 3, but I've seen it quite a bit this year.
That's right. I figured they'd have 3 for the
I don't know. I don't really like 3 referees. I think one of them just stands and looks in the paint in the lane down there and counts on everybody. I saw lane violations galore. 1 second. 1 second. No time. Can't get it off. That's good defense by the Trojans. Ended up in the hands of Ryan Alexander, and he was covered in the corner. He slung it up there, but it had no chance. It did, I guess, have a chance to go in, but it wasn't close. So here at halftime, Barren County High School enjoying a 31-28 lead as the Wildcats have been really, really scrapping this second quarter. And they pulled it up, tied it up at the end of the first quarter. Actually, they started getting the ball game with about 2 minutes left in the first quarter, didn't they, Scott? 2 or 3 minutes.
That's right.
They came on strong and really seemed like they turned the IT button up.
And neither team has really made any run since then.
Nope, not really. Surely haven't. So what have you got, Scott?
Okay, in that second quarter, Kyle Cassidy had 5 points, and he's also has 5 total points. Ryan Alexander had 2 points for a total of 10 in the first half. Matt Richardson has not scored yet. Jason Klein has 9 points. He had 4 in that second quarter. Rocky Tyree, 2 points total. And, of course, Edmonson County has 28 points here at halftime for the Barren County Trojans. Chris Martin, 4 points in the second quarter. John Clemens, 4 points as well in that second quarter. Gossam, Chad Franklin each had 2 points. And Scotty Etowah had 4 points in that quarter. Scoring-wise, John Clemens, 8 points. Adam Gossam, 6. Ben Jesse, 5. Chris Martin, 4. Scotty Etowah, 4. And Chad Franklin, 2 for Barren County's 31 here at halftime.
All right, Scott, we have we played 16 minutes. We have 16 left. What are you looking for, bud? I hate to ask you that, but I mean, I'm not talking about you're down in the locker room, but I mean, both of them seem like they're playing good aggressive defense. Barron's working the screens pretty well, getting some good shots down low. What would you tell your people to sort of put a little cattle prod to them?
Well, if I was Barren County's coach, in that second quarter they looked kind of impatient. We seen them come down the floor and 1 or 2 passes, then shoot. In that first quarter, we seen them pass it around 3, 4, 5 times.
All right.
And then had a good open shot. So I would tell them to be patient. And then defensively, they're doing a good job. Edmonson County, on the other hand, they too have kind of been impatient the whole first half. I think most of their shots have been open shots, and they've kind of hit them, kind of got back in this game. And defensively, they've kind of been lost a little bit, as we've seen Barren County have wide open shots where nobody's been within 5 feet of them. So Coach House needs to tell them to step it up a little bit defensively.
What about three-point shooting, Scott?
Well, Ben Jesse has 1 3, and Scott Elway has 1 3 for Barren County. So Barren County's only hit 2. For Edmonson County, they've hit 3. So kind of even as far as behind the line.
Now that'll catch you up real quickly if you start draining those threes, won't they, bud?
That's right.
We're going to take just a few seconds break. Don't you go away, because we're going to come right back with second half action, as we need to let our camera operator and director, Mr. Yarborough, take a little stretch here, as he's been working very hard this evening. Scotty, we're about ready to go. As this all-important first game sudden death.
Whole nother season in this tournament.
The finals are rather anticlimactic, as whoever survives the first round will go to the finals, and both teams, runner-up and winner, go on to the regional tournament. So a big game for these two high schools, for these seniors. But then on, it's sudden death all the way after you get to the region.
That's exactly right.
One off night, school's out. So it'll be the Trojans basketball that's standing out. Adam Gossam. Either Clemens or Sturgeon will take the inbound. Clemens takes it. What are they opening in now? It's got a 2-3 zone.
Looks to be a 2-3 zone.
Grant Sturgeon shot off no good as he tried to trade. Was that his first one tonight?
I think so.
An excellent three-point shooter, Grant Sturgeon, number 23. Cassidy weaves his way under, shoots it from the baseline, and he's going to be fouled. Kyle Cassidy. Kyle's a senior. Kyle will have 2 shots. He's hoping to come away with a pair here and makes his team's only behind by 1. Okay, what do you got, Scott?
That foul's on Adam Gossam right there.
Ooh, rim round comes out for Mr. Cassidy. You say it's 2 on Adam Gossam?
That's 1. That's his first.
Okay. Cassidy's second toss. Got it.
Barren County wasn't that patient that first series right there. Let's see if they can pass it around right here. Maybe get a good shot.
Clemens to Sturgeon. Clemens with it, looking down to the baseline. Found Lawson, didn't go to him. Goes in the middle to big Gossam. Gossam shot no good. Lawson had a handle on it, and it's going to be claimed by Klein as he outfights Lawson down low on the baseline. Both of them look like it's almost out. Pulling the trigger from long range is Sanders. No good. Gossam with the rebound for Barren. Ben Jesse. on the wing. Gets it out high. Grant Sturgeon gets a, wow, the rim was friendly. Hit the lip and went up and dropped back through for Grant Sturgeon, a triple. 6:45 remaining in the third. Barren leading 34-29. Out high is Richardson as he goes to Cassidy. Cassidy looked up and saw a bunch of trees behind him. Kicks it back out. Now he's got it back on the dribble. Holding it up, Richardson. Gets to Klein down the lane. Contact. Late whistle. And it's going to be a personal foul.
That's Clemens' second foul. That looked awful late, too.
Yeah, it was a little late. Maybe he had his pee in his whistle stuck. That little cork pee that flips around in there. Jason Klein at the line. First toss up and in. He ready for the second one. Measures the basket, lets it go. Hard off the back of the rim, no good. Clemens, John in a hurry. Goes around Klein, lifts it up the left hand. Up and in. John Clemens, a very good move by John. 36-30, Barren by 6. We played 2 minutes in this third period. The shot going, showing 6 minutes left. Have a whistle down low, and it's going to be 3 seconds called against the Wildcats of Edmonson County. So, unforced error there.
Edmonson County can't have any of those kind of turnovers if they want to stay in this game.
No, those unforced ones will eat you alive, won't they?
That's right.
Clemens wants the lane, and he bounces off of Cassidy, and John's going to pick up his second charging foul of the evening, and his third personal altogether, right, Scott?
That's right. So that's going to hurt Barren County right now. So he has 3, and we still have 5 minutes to go.
And Edmonson County, doesn't anybody have 3 personals?
No.
They've all tried a couple of doubles over there, right?
Just one.
Klein shuffles his feet as he's called for traveling. So another unforced error by Edmonson County as they've given him up twice. On turnovers as Chris Martin, number 5 in the game.
Edmonson County in the half-court trap.
Nice pass, Ben Jesse to Gossam. Gossam, a little turnaround, uses the glass beautifully. Adam Gossam for 2. 38-30. Cassidy comes across, puts a little burst of speed on, lobs it down low and up and in while John Sanders on a good assist by Cassidy. John laid a little soft one up from the baseline. Comes across to Ben Jesse. Jesse back over to Sturgeon. Grant being hounded over there by Sanders. Gets out to Martin and sticking the foot up, man. It's a no-no by Ryan Alexander. It's going to be Barren County's basketball out of bounds, far side front court. It's Gossam. Inbounds to Martin. 38-32. 4 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the third period. Taking a little dribble, picked his dribble up, shot it, and no good on the shot by Ben Jesse. He goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Barren County's basketball underneath their own basket. Is standing out is Martin. He slaps, he's ready to go. He finds Adam Gossam low. Whoa, Adam had one roll off on him. But Adam wish he had that one back.
That's right.
Gonna make those. Cassidy, Martin with him. And he has the ball stripped, but scooped up and off the glass on the baseline. Jason Klein puts it up for 2 points. 38-34 Barren. Jesse. Martin back to Jesse. Jesse wants a baseline. He's cut off by Klein. Lobs it back out. Intended for Martin. Goes in the backcourt. It will be An unforced error against Barren County this time as back across the line.
Scotty Redwell coming in to the Trojan lineup, replacing Roger Lawson.
Scotty Atwell, number 33, is a 6'2 sophomore for Barren.
So it really looks like Barren County really has about 4 guards in there.
All right, Scott. Cassidy with it. Bounce pass over in the corner to Sanders. Sanders lobs in the middle of Klein. Richardson saves, gets it back out to Cassidy. Cassidy from 3. Nope, not there. Scooped up by Alexander. Shot up. Got it. Ryan Alexander, the senior. 3:36 on the clock. That's all remains in this third period. By 2, Barren County. Martin fires it. No good. Scotty Atwell with a rebound, puts up and in. Good move, Scott Atwell. He's a sophomore. Good sophomore move there, bud.
That's exactly right. He's had actually 2 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, working that offensive board real well. Lobbed over here to Sanders. Has it deflected by Ben Jesse, but recovered. Bounce pass low to Klein, off the glass, good. 40-38, Barren County with the lead. We show 3 minutes remaining in the third period. As Martin goes to Sturgeon, open, Scotty Atwell. Goodness gracious, Scotty Atwell.
You don't see too many sophomores making that kind of shot in a game like this. And he's performed pretty well.
He has, hasn't he? 2 minutes and 30 seconds. 43-38. The three-pointers haven't been that prevalent, but they've been important when they do fall. They're needed, aren't they?
That's exactly right.
Double teamed and a lot of pressure on Matt Richardson over there as he was trapped in the corner with just about as bad a place as you can get trapped. And he tries to go all the way across court with the pace and it goes out of bounds. So another one of those arrows by makes Coach Houchins not a bit happy when you have those unforced jobs. Of course, that was a little forced over there. They gave him a lot of trouble over that corner. You want to stay out of those corners. When you see that second guy advancing on you, you better be thinking about getting rid of it mighty quick. Martin shot up good. Great move by Chris Martin.
I tell you what, you really don't want to make a mistake in this tournament because that's when the coaches are at their worst.
Yep. That's when their fangs get about a half a quarter inch longer. Because all the Marlboros are laying out there on the middle of that floor right now, buddy. 157. 38-45 as a little burst here by the Trojans. Aided by the Scotty Atwell three-pointer. What is the scoring so far? What has Edmonson County done in this period against the Trojans?
Well, Jason Klein has 5 points. Kyle Cassidy has 1, Ryan Alexander 2, and John Sanders has 2 for Edmonson County. And for the Trojans, they've had 14 points, I think, in this
quarter so far.
Third quarter. Martin, Clemens, Gossam each have 2 points. Scotty Atwell 5. And that's just, in the last 2 minutes, I believe.
Yes,
for Atwell. And then Grant Sturgeon has 3.
So Scotty stretch it out here. The Trojans stretch it out here right at the lights on Scotty Atwell. I think he sort of started the fire going over there. So a minute 57 left in the third. Cassidy is a good ball-handling little guard out there.
Quick, too.
Yes, he is quick.
Barren County goes to a zone.
Going to be a foul whistle against Barren County, and I believe it's going to be against
Scotty Atwell. Looks like 33.
Klein. Klein's played a good third quarter. Gossam across the back.
It's going to be his second.
Adams got a height advantage on Klein. He ought to be a little bit more patient. He just charged right across his back too quickly that time.
Of course, we've played almost 7 minutes, and Edmonson County hasn't picked up a team foul yet.
And Barren County has 5.
And Barren County has 5, so.
Goodness gracious.
It's a little lopsided.
Klein handles towards the baseline. Gossam there to cut him off. Bounce pass intended for Rocky Tyree.
Looked like that could have been a walk, too, as he drove base on. Looked like he might have shuffled his feet.
He bounced in low, and trying to go up with it was Cassidy. What was the call then? Just out of bounds?
Yep.
Wow, I saw some heads bounce backwards. Cassidy, Kyle Cassidy out front. John Clemens goes out and covers him. He's picked off with the screen, but he works through it, and a nice pass in under from Cassidy to Klein. And what's the call?
And it looks like we're going to have a charge on Klein.
Wow. Boy, good inlet pass there by Cassidy down low to Klein.
Actually, that was a good call, too, because Barren County had a couple questionable calls as well in the first half concerning the charges.
You insinuating they try to sort of even things out?
So they're kind of consistent as far as charging goes.
Consistency. John Clemens gets a handle on it. Leaves it with Martin. Chris stops, fires. Got it. Chris Martin. 47-38. Barren continues their mini run here. Cassidy wanted to get around Martin. Martin cut him off. Leaves it over there with Klein. Klein, Gossam with him. Goes over Gossam. Rolls around, comes off. John Clemens with a rebound for Barren County. Clock dips to under 1 minute, showing actually 40 seconds, and traveling going to be called. It's going to be Edmonson County's basketball. For 43 seconds. Cassidy well aware of the clock as he glances up. Now he motions his people around as Alexander comes out high. Cassidy still on his dribble. Clemens giving him room. Clemens goes out and challenges.
So it looks like Edmonson County's going to play for the last shot.
John Sanders to Klein. Jason fakes under. Gives it to Tyree, back to Alexander. 5, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Shot, desperation, nope.
Great job defensively for the Trojans right
Beautiful defensive effort by Barren County. Wouldn't let them penetrate. Wouldn't give them anything down low.
And Edmonson County kind of just stood around right there. So, great job for the Trojans.
They need to initiate the action just a little bit earlier, and then when they did so, it was shut down. So we end 3 periods with Barren County leading 47-38 over the Edmonson County Wildcats.
Scoring-wise in that third quarter, Edmonson County only had 10 points.
10?
10 points. Jason Klein had half of those, so he had 5. Alexander Sanders had 2 apiece, and then Kyle Cassidy put in a free throw. For the Trojans, they had 16.
Big quarter.
In that quarter, Chris Martin, 4. Clemens, Adam Gossam, 2 apiece. Grant Sturgeon, 3, and Scotty Etowah with 5 points in that quarter.
All right, the Barren County quarters have been fairly consistent, haven't they, Scott?
That's exactly right. About 15, 16 points a quarter.
And 15 the first quarter and 16 the second and 16 the third. What has Edmonson County done?
They have 15, 13, and 10.
So their point production's down a little bit as it goes in here to the 4th and final period. 8 minutes left. Sanders holds it over his head, gives it to Cassidy. Cassidy works around Ben Jesse. Shot rolls around, no good. And Gossam laying on the line, playing a little volleyball down there.
And of course, that's the only reaction you can do when the ball's coming at you.
Yeah, unless you want to get it in the snout. So I have a little custodial janitorial duties down there by the official. As Edmonson County wants to inbound it. Sanders going to do the honors as he's handed the basketball. Sanders inbounds and firing. Nope. Was it blocked? Alexander with a shot, and somebody stood up in front of him. They couldn't tell.
Blocked his shot in the corner, and Clemens actually probably tried to save it, and it ended up going out on Clemens. So
okay, I couldn't see it. There was a big man stood up in front of me.
Sure wasn't those bifocals?
No, it was a big man. I wasn't going to say a word to him because he'd make 2 of me. Whoa, a hard pace pulled down by Klein. Klein takes the baseline, dumps it off the last minute. Up Rocky Tyree, and a whistle.
Looks like we'll have a blocking foul on Ben Jesse.
And one of the Trojans down, being helped up, Ben Jesse. I always hated to take those charges and get called for blocking because it punishes your body. They didn't hurt quite as badly as if the call goes the other way and you get the charge. But it's punishing when you don't come out anything with it.
I tell you what, it doesn't hurt when a charge goes for you, but when it goes against you.
That's what I was trying to say, Scott. Thank you, buddy. Rocky Tyree, second toss. He readies for it and lets it go. He comes away with a pair from the charity stripe. By 7, Barren County. Clock showing 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this basketball game as Martin out high. Looks into the 2-3 Edmonson County zone. Got some down low. Scotty Atwell, shot up from three-point land, no good. Beautiful rebound and put in by John Clemens for Barren County. By 9, Barren County 49-40. Wildcats basketball in the hands of Cassidy as he sails it over and almost will go out of bounds, but it was saved by Alexander back into the hands of Gossam. Driving it coast to coast, off the glass, good.
Looks like we'll have another charge.
Well, we've seen quite a few of those tonight. Chris Martin called for a charge. We've seen it on both ends of the floor, but Barren County have been the recipient a few times more.
That's exactly right.
Sanders inbounds to the little point guard Kyle Cassidy. Sees the court real well. He sees Clemens over there. Clemens goes in under the Klein. Klein shot no good, and trying for the rebound out of bounds was Sanders, but off the hands of the Trojans, so Sanders going to inbound it. Bounce pass to Klein. Gossam right with him. Goes out of bounds off of Klein. Far side back court. Barren County's basketball showing 6 minutes and 20 seconds. They have a 9-point lead. Scotty Atwell on the dribble. Goes to John Clemens. John fires off the rim. No good. Off a high rebound taken by Cassidy. Got away with a push-off.
And it looks like they're going to call Cassidy for a little traveling up top of the key.
They took a stroll.
Sturgeon replaces Scotty Atwell in the Trojan lineup.
Who does?
Sturgeon.
Grant Sturgeon back in for Atwell. Okay, thank you. Martin working against Alexander. Takes him to the left. Sturgeon open, firing. Ben Jesse, yes. Ben Jesse drains one.
And that opens up a 12-point Barren County lead.
Big trip by Ben Jesse. Answering. Al Cassidy. But I can do that too. Leave me out here top of this key long enough. Jesse all the way across to John Clemens. He collars it. Back across to Ben Jesse. Ben wants the line. Takes the baseline shot. Got it. Big shot. Ben Jesse. 54-43.
No, it's a nice ball fake too, and then getting around the defender with a jump shot.
Ben Jesse, Klein tried to go under. Clemens gets his body in the way. Up, over, no good. Shot taken by Klein. Arresting the match underneath. John Clemens slings somebody out of bounds. Let's see what it's going to be. John Clemens.
Looks like it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be Barren County basketball.
Arrow favors Barren. 5 minutes, Scott. 54-43, Barren County. 17 fouls against Barren County. 1 team foul against Edmonson County. Could be a factor. Jesse over in the corner, pulling the trigger, rims around, comes out. Sturgeon shot, rebounded, and Gossam wanted to go up with it. Slapped away from behind. Good defensive effort by the Wildcats. Fans were in front of me, couldn't see who got the block. I can't even find the basketball. I'm going to stand up, Scott. Richardson with it. Over to Cassidy. Cassidy all the way across court to Alexander. Barren in a man-man defense. Put up, no good. But rebounding, Rocky Tyree put it up and a tapped in by John Sanders. Good follow. Good hard work down there by Edmonson County that time. Sturgeon, bounce pace, and couldn't get the handle on it, was Ben Jesse. Nice bounce pace by Grant Sturgeon to Ben Jesse down there on the paint on the side, and Ben couldn't get his hooks on it. Goes out of bounds. Be Edmonson County's basketball. 54-45 the score.
Of course, Barren County calls a timeout. Kind of regroup a little bit. They had, I think, a 14-point lead?
Yeah, and it's down to 9.
And it's down to 9, so.
You're right, Scott. What was that reference a while ago? You said something about my bifocal. I just have to finally seep through my epidermis here.
I can't remember right now.
You trying to grow a mustache, Scott?
I'm trying to. That's about it.
Your hair is too light. You're going to have to let it get about 4 inches long before anybody can see it.
Think so?
Yeah. I know, I've been there. I tried one time.
Did you?
I had to wake up in the night just flapping my arms, thought a spider was crawling up my nose. I got rid of that rascal. 4:07 on the clock. 4 minutes and 7 seconds. In this second game, second night of boys action. Tomorrow night we go to girls action with all the girls in the region playing. Glasgow and Edmonson in the first game, and Barren and Allen County in the second. But tonight, we got one going right here to see who will get into the finals, the Trojans or the Wildcats, as Cassidy out front pointing. He says, I'm just going to take it, and shot no good, but there with a rebound is Alexander. So they're going to start all over. He owes up 5 fingers this time. Cassidy still on the dribble, picks it up. Comes over to Alexander. Alexander pulls the trigger. It's there. Ryan Alexander.
That's the lead to 6.
That's it to 6, from 9 to 6 real quickly. Over to Ben Jesse. Out front to John Clemens. John's going to be double teamed, but gets it over to Jesse. Jesse puts the brakes on. All the way across to open Grant Sturgeon. Pulls the trigger. Grant Sturgeon answers. The 5'11 sophomore buries it for 3 points. Stretches it back out to 9. Cassidy working against Jesse. Lob down baseline. And John Sanders shot no good, but have a whistle.
Looks like it's going to be on Adam Gossam.
How many out Adam Gossam?
That's going to be his 3rd.
So he and John Clemens have 3 apiece. That's the only Trojans with any serious problems right now.
That's exactly right.
And how's the Wildcats doing? They should be relatively free. They've only picked up 1 foul this quarter.
In the whole second half.
In the second half. Yeah, okay, got it.
So nobody's in foul trouble.
It's home on the first toss for Sanders. The senior ready for the second one. Lets it go. Comes away with a pair from the charity stripe. John Sanders, 57-50. Barren County with the lead and the basketball. Gossam quickly gets it to Sturgeon to Ben Jesse. Jesse tries to answer. Nope. Uncontested rebound pulled down by Ryan Alexander. Leaves it quickly with Cassidy. Cassidy to Klein. Klein shot no good. Out of bounds. It's going to be in the possession of the Wildcats underneath their own basket with the clock showing 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
That looked to be a bad call right there.
Barren with a 7-point lead. Cassidy fires it. No good. Up battle for the rebound. Going up was Tyree against Gossam, I believe.
And that's going to be Rocky Tyree's first personal. He's team second, so.
So they got a lot of fouls to waste.
They sure do. And of course, if the clock continues to decrease and Barren County still has a lead, Edmonson County's going to start fouling.
We're going to see a lot of free throws with Barren County. They got 4 to waste.
Yes. And of course, that's kind of good for Barren County, too, because then they'll just keep on taking it out of bounds.
Yep.
And try to melt that clock down.
Brett Sturgeon handles. He's out high. Jesse back out to Clemens. Clemens over to Martin. And a man defense. Edmonson County, and Klein's going to make the foul.
That's his third.
Barren was being successful. With sharp, crisp passes, they were really keeping away. Klein's leaving the basketball game with a little limp here, favoring his left ankle. Jason Klein comes out. Let's see.
Of course, they're still going to take it out of bounds, so Edmonson County is still going to have to commit a foul, at least 3 more before they get in the bonus.
Gossam gets it to Jesse. Jesse covered quickly by Richardson. Double teamed over there. Richardson and Alexander gang up, and one of them commits a personal foul.
Alexander, number 33.
Of course, with east to west, they could be going after the basketball more aggressively and causing a turnover, too. Knocking it loose, hoping not to foul like that. Rocky Tyree. I bet his nickname's Stoney.
Think so?
Got a foul, and the finger's being pointed at Kyle Cassidy, I believe.
And actually, that was a good foul. No time went off the clock for Edmonson County.
So, team fouls, of course, Barren County's past their 7 mark. Edmonson County now has 6. And a kamikaze attack by Kyle Cassidy. Going to be called for a personal foul now.
Now Barren
That's
County in the
Cassidy's
bonus.
second.
That's a new one I've heard.
What's that?
I haven't heard of that one presented in a basketball game before. A kamikaze.
You're liable to hear. You don't hear anything from me. You know what a kamikaze is?
Yes, I do.
You know what it was called in Japan? The divine wind. Yep. So sends Big Adam Gossam, 6'5.5" junior at the charity stripe, and he tosses the first one, comes out no good. It was a 1-and-1 situation. By 7, Barren in the hands of Cassidy from Edmonson County. Cassidy met by Clemens. Off to Rocky. Rocky shot up no good. Gossam had an easy time pulling that defensive rebound down.
Looks like that's going to be on 55. That's Jason Klein, so that's his 4th.
Why didn't he Wildcats around Gossam that time? Is he skied that one, pulled it down? Well, that sends Big Adam back to the line. Gives a little spin. He doesn't lay down a dribble like a lot of them do, and this one rattles around, comes out also. Blamed by Cassidy. Cassidy in a hurry. He's cut off the lane, but he's going to try it and slings it over, intended for Klein. Worked himself into a little problem down there as the Trojan defense pinched in on him and couldn't get rid of it.
Of course, I think Barren County now goes to a lineup where they have some good free throw shooters.
Klein comes out. He's still favoring that left ankle a little bit. Ben Jesse's double teamed, trapped over here, but he is fouled. So Ben Jesse has the chance to add to the Trojan lead. Trojans lead by 7, 57-50. We're showing 1:21 on the clock.
Trojans are 1 for 5 at the free throw line in this game.
Well, they got a good one there shooting now, don't they?
A pretty good one.
Ben shoots better on the move, I believe. He got all net on that one. Ben Jesse. 58-50. Jesse wanting to make it 59-50. Does so. Clock starts with 1:20 remaining in this basketball game as Alexander is going to be picked up by Jesse. Have a whistle, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Barren. Standing out far side baseline, Sanders having a hard time and going down on the floor and wrestling away the basketball and tying it up is Roger Lawson. I believe the arrow is going to face, if it's called a jump, maybe call a personal foul.
It's going to be a jump ball.
The arrow's going to, I start to say the arrow's going to favor Edmonson County. The next one will go to Barren. This one goes to Edmonson. As Helter Skelter, Cassidy with it. Cassidy puts it off with the glass, no good, and
looks like Ben Jesse's going to pick up a foul. That'll be his third.
Everybody looked pretty well set, but evidently they weren't. Feet were evidently moving.
Looks like Cassidy kind of leaned in a little bit.
Okay, Kyle Cassidy, how has his fortunes fared at the free throw line, Scott?
Well, he's 50%. He's 1 of 2, so
he hasn't been there that frequently, has he?
No, and that was just in the third quarter.
Cassidy's first one up. Got it. Second shot up. Got them both. Inbound. Jesse going to be cut off, and reaching in is Richardson with the quick foul. Minute and 5 seconds. 59-52. Barren County by 7 points. Klein's on his feet off the bench. They're going to send in number 24, Carter, Jeremy Carter. Have we seen Jeremy in there tonight?
No, we haven't.
He's going to relieve Rocky Tyree. Jeremy Carter
looks like these are probably some long-range shooters for Edmonson County.
Rocky Tyree comes out. Ben Jesse had a good night there so far, and no good on the 1-and-1. Clemens with the Sanders is with the rebound. Leaves it with Cassidy. Cassidy doesn't waste any time. He fires it. He's got it. Kyle Cassidy, a big, big three-point shot as he drains it from way out. Puts the team within 4 points of Barren County, 59-55. More importantly, there are 54 seconds.
That's Cassidy's 8th point in this fourth quarter.
Okay, Scott.
I'll tell you, Barren County really is going to have to start knocking down the free throws when they're going to get fouled in these 54 seconds. They've only hit 3 the whole game, so that's going to have to improve.
For Telescripts Cable Company, we hope you've enjoyed these district tournaments. I'm Bobby Biggers alongside Scott Chapman and Bob Yarborough, our director, doing a good job on camera tonight. As we have 3 nights left, girls action Wednesday night, then the final boys action, and then the final girls action on the Friday. So we've still got a week ahead of us. As Gossam, and reaching out and tagging him is Matt Richardson. That's going to make the Scotties win or lose this one at the charity stripe, and they've got to hit these 1-and-1s, Scott, if they want to come away Trojans. Well, ever since Scotty Apple went in, and I keep calling Scotty Apple, I think everybody's Scotty's.
But yes, Barren County's going to have to start hitting their free throws. Gossam, he's 0 for 2, so be a real big plus if he hits both.
You got it. Adam Gossam measures it. He lets it go, and he's got it. Adam Gossam. The junior connects on the first one. He earns the right to shoot it again. His Trojans lead by 5 points. 1-on-1 situations on both ends of the floor. As Adam Gossam toes the line. He gives it usually a spin. He never lays it on the ground, and he lets it go. Comes away with a deuce from the charity stripe. Adam Gossam, 61-55. Clock moving, 49 seconds. Firing a quick shot. Wow! Kyle Cassidy from way up. And immediately, John Sanders is going to go in and bump Chris Martin. Send Chris to the line. If they can get you to miss the front end of that 1-and-1 and come back and drill a triple, that can get you in here real quickly, Scott.
Exactly right. And of course, you know, if
they're
one possession game right now.
Yeah, one possession game. I was just going to say that. One possession right now. Big shot by Chris Martin. And conceivably, it's still a one possession game, the possibility. Get fouled, make the three, and get fouled on it. Now it's a two-possession basketball game.
Just have a timeout on the floor. 41 seconds. 63-58 Trojans.
5-point lead. That last one by Martin ensured the fact that it would be a two-trip for Edmonson County. Barren County's bench as Coach Raleigh down on his knees.
Barren County defensively is going to have to get after Edmonson County just a little bit further out.
Yeah, pressure them a little bit further. Pick them up a little quicker. Coach Riley still talking to his troops down there. This is a big, big game for both teams. Trojans coming in the last, I guess, 3 years as either the first or second seed. I don't reckon they've ever been lower than the second seed, have they, Scott?
I don't think so. They was a 2 seed last year, and then, of course, 1 seeds both the year before last and the previous one.
And haven't been able to get over this first stumbling block. And a lazy pace bounce in, but it's saved. Chad Franklin, number 3 in for the Trojans. Cassidy dumps it off and runs over somebody. We have no call. And a three-pointer by Ryan Alexander, 27 seconds. Boy, there were some bodies hit the floor out there just then. 61-63. Trojans by 3 over the Wildcats.
Edmonson County has 5 3-pointers in this fourth quarter, so that's 15 points right there to get them back in this game.
5 3-pointers. Alexander and Cassidy?
That's
right. As
right.
I look over your shoulder here, my friend.
Cassidy has 3, and then Alexander has 2.
And some of them, they haven't had time really to square away and pop it. They're just, a couple of times they weren't challenged, but then now lately they're picking them up and they just letting it fly,
That's
man.
Right. Of course, really he wasn't challenged on that shot because a little confusion.
Simon mix-up.
Maybe a foul should have been called.
So, Scott, you might as well get up and stand on top of your seat here, buddy. Because we've got 27 seconds left in this basketball game. It's going to be Barren County inbounding it. And they got to go the length of the floor. As Clemens works open. Back up to Martin. Martin going to be a reach-in foul by Jason Klein. Klein's going to foul out. The young man has played a good basketball game for the Wildcats. Jason Klein, he'll be back next year. He's a 6'1 junior. And he's going to leave with 5 personal fouls with 23 seconds on the clock. He did his job. He's going to try to create the foul just as quickly as he could. Good sportsmanship out there by Jason and John Clemens and Goslin and Jesse as they all shake his hand. Matt Richardson coming in the basketball game. Chris Martin at the line. It's a 2-point basketball game, 63-61. Martin. Chris Martin rims around, comes out. Roger Lawson with a big rebound, and Rogers fouled. Well, if you could write down a big rebound for Roger Lawson in this basketball game, it was that one right there.
Exactly right.
Been a little bit better for the Trojan fans if he could have finished it, but he was fouled.
And more importantly, it's going to be a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, not a 1-and-1. Roger Lawson. First round. No. Oh, yeah, it is 2 foul. Edmonson County was thinking it was a 1-and-1. Roger needs to put this one home and give Barren a 3-point lead as they lead by 2. 20 seconds. Separating these two teams, a trip to the finals and a trip to the regional tournament.
Roger really is going to have to hit this free throw.
Big one for Roger.
And of course,
Excuse me, Scott.
Of course, Edmonson County has really been hitting a 3-point shot. So if he hits this one, then if Edmonson County comes down and hits it, we're going to have a tie game. And then go from there.
Yeah.
So this is a big free throw.
Yeah, Roger, this first trip to the free throw line for Roger, isn't it? First time he's been to the stripe tonight.
He was actually went in the first quarter and he missed it, so he's 0 for 2.
So Coach Riley talking to his lineup that's on the floor. He usually telling you what you do if you make it and what you do if he doesn't make it.
It might not be a bad time to commit a foul and make them go to the free throw line if he hits this shot.
If he misses it?
If he hits it.
Pulled away by Rocky Tyree for the rebound. Edmonson County on the attack. Richardson motioning people. Bounce pass, 12 seconds. Holding it up over his head, Sanders. He gets it to Rocky Tyree. Over to Richardson. Richardson, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Fired a desperation shot up was Alexander. Time expires. This basketball game is over, and it belongs to Barren County by 2 points. Good pressure defense all over the floor that time. Did that, Scott?
They sure did. Great job right there for Barren County on that last series.
It was all on the line. With clock dwindling down, a 3-pointer could have won it for Edmonson County. A deuce, a 2-pointer, would have tied it up and forced it into a 4-minute overtime. Edmonson County leaving the floor, their heads a little down. They don't have any reason to have their heads down as they played one well of a basketball game here this evening. But, of course, a lot on the line as their season is finished. They had some good ones. Clemens fouled out, but just he was the only player on either side, I think, to actually foul out. Klein, that is. I say Clemens, I must have. Jason Klein. Okay, Scott, what have you got, my friend?
Okay, now Edmonson County came alive in that fourth quarter. They had 23 points to Barren County 16, so they outscored them right there, but still not enough as Barren County wins it. Total points, Kyle Cassidy had 17. He had 11 in that fourth quarter, so a big fourth quarter for Kyle Cassidy.
Good guard.
Ryan Alexander had 18 points. He had 6 in that fourth quarter. Both of those were threes.
Yeah.
Jason Klein, he fouled out. He had 14 points. Most of those came in the first half. John Sanders had 8 points, and Rocky Tyree had 4 points for Edmonson County 61.
All right, before we leave that over there, Scott, looking at the quarters, 15 the first, 13 the second quarter, 10 the third, and when the going got rough, they really stepped up and poured it on in that fourth quarter. Did they go to the charity stripe? And if they did,
they were 6 of 6 from the charity stripe in that
6
fourth
for
quarter.
6 in the fourth.
A great job for Edmonson County at the free throw line.
That's how we iron this game.
Okay, for Barren County.
Barren County, Chris Martin, 10 points. John Clemens, 12. Ben Jesse, 12. Roger Lawson had 2. Adam Gosselin, 10. Chad Franklin, 2.